Welcome, visionaries. I am loving this. So today is our weekly Q&A or mastermind, whatever you want to call it, because I am certainly not the smartest one in the group. If you are a member of my vision agency or you are one of our high-level affiliates, I'm going to actually show you how you can join here. So let me share my screen before we get started. Okay, so inside of your dashboard, if you go to app.myvisionagency.com, you can go to the resources tab and you scroll down here. And when you click on the Q&A button, that just goes right into the Zoom. Okay, now if you are a high-level affiliate, you do have access to our Q&As as well. You want to go to the high-level resources, and then you can scroll down here, and then you will see access to the Zoom and open office hours. Okay, just to let me check my little cheat sheet here because I did have some things. Okay, cool. I did want to show you if you are an agency owner. Okay, now this will be available. Oh, now I think it's not going to let me show you here without connecting my social media networks. Let me stop sharing for just a second because I wanted to show you. This is so cool. I know, Terry, you're going to be excited about this as well if you haven't seen it already, but there have been so many updates that I just wanted to let you guys in on some super cool things. Let me share my screen now here. Okay, so I am actually in the social media scheduler. Now, if you go to new post, as the agency owner, you'll see this option here, social planner templates. Now, I showed you last week how we, let me make sure that's open, how we have access now to a template library inside of our funnels and templates area, but now we actually have the social media as well. Okay, so let's say that you are the agency owner and you get a client that is in automotive repair. You can actually click here and you'll see there are 25 posts, and it's not just the graphic, it's actually the content as well. Okay, so you can literally just upload these into the account and you have 25 done for you. Social media posts that I am so excited about. That is so super cool. Let me also share with you, let me get back into my demo account here. Here we go. You also, if you missed today's training, you can access the live training replays. But if you go to your bonus tabs and you click here, once you log in, you can see this used to be called the Facebook marketing tools. Now it's called Cloud Key because it's more than Facebook marketing. So these are your new bonus tools. So if you are on the, if you previously had the tier 5 tools, we're no longer partnered with them. So now you have all 4 of these tools, but a lot of you have reseller licenses as well. So for Messenger Pro, for example, everyone, as long as you have access to this module, you have the ability to create unlimited free accounts. Okay, and I did a training on this as well. There's also a snapshot that you can transfer into your account if you're a high-level agency owner. If you are not a high-level agency owner, we can still load that into your account if you become a Cloud Key partner or a reseller. So you have access to that snapshot as well, and then you can get more info here. Okay, so definitely check that out. It's not just for Messenger Pro. These licenses and the unlimited free accounts, they are for Messenger Pro, Link, Elm Optimizer, and Elmatic. Okay, let me check my little cheat sheet again here. So video hosting, this is super cool. We now have video hosting inside of the websites. I will be doing training on this as well. But basically, if you go inside of a funnel, let me just choose a random funnel here. And I'm going to get in here and start editing. So I just go here. And then let's say that I wanted to add a video. to my webpage. Used to be that you needed Vimeo or YouTube, but now you can actually just upload. Like, so let's just choose here and let's choose video just like we normally would. But when you click in the box and you go here, now you see that you have hosted video. Okay, so you can click here and then upload your video directly into the gallery, and then use this. There's also some different settings here. And again, I'll do more training on this as well. But you can also go into the automations, and then you can say, hey, if this person watches the video, I want you to, complete these steps in the workflow. So super, super cool. You no longer need Vimeo. Also, let's see, I told you about that. Okay. So I'm sorry, what?
I'm trying to stay calm here, but I'll let you finish so you go through.
That's okay. I think that was my list. I think that's my list. So tell me. So what are you thinking? Are you excited?
OMG. I gotta come on video. Bridget.
Yeah, I know, Terry, because I'm super excited too.
So we could tag if they watch it over and make an automation off of it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that part there is a game changer that I see based on doing video. Now, person ain't doing it, but I'm just looking at from my perspective and the way I want to market things. I can use that now. Helps me when people go and watch that. I could put them into a campaign.
You're going to be really excited about this, because this is something you really have to see to believe. But you can go to the HighLevel YouTube channel and watch a video that Sean did. I was literally just watching it. It's super cool. But you know how you may have your video page, and if you share that video page with someone, they can watch the video directly, but you want them to be able to register to watch the video, right? So you can actually set like a redirect so that you can share the video page, but when they click play to watch it, it will redirect to the opt-in page and it will make them register, and then it will redirect back to the video page.
Okay, so I had other questions, but now I got these questions real quick. Mm-hmm. Based on that, okay, so I take it we still got the time delay where stuff could pop up. Hey, join now, get information now when the video is playing, I take it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That can take that is powerful.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That is powerful. We got the best of the best.
I know. It's so exciting. Like, I am totally with you on that. I'm so super excited. It's like HighLevel with their new enhancements has already saved me more than $100 a month, because I am no longer using First Promoter. We have our own affiliate management system, and it actually serves me best, even though it's not as like powerful as First Promoter. Yeah. It serves me best because my job is to teach you guys how to use it. And I need to, like, it's not just a matter of me like, okay, I figured out the process, I'm going to use it. I need to actually be using it in the real world to be able to like really understand it and to know it and be able to like share that with other people. Like, I want to be able to tell you what are the pros, what are the cons, and all those things, like when I'm teaching how to use it. So it really, like just like the LeadConnector system, no longer need Twilio, no longer need Mailgun. Now, I jumped on that right away because, again, if I'm going to teach you guys the pros and cons and how to use it, I need to learn right away. So it's still kind of beta. You can connect it. It all works great. But you can't create, like with the LeadConnector email, you can't create the custom emails yet. And I did hear that there's like a 2-week, in 2 weeks, we should be able to do that.
So they already know. So I got a question, because I have my own notes there. That thank you for when did they release the video thing? I must have missed that, because I always have my thing to notify me when stuff comes up when Sean put it out.
So I know that they announced it, the level up
Okay.
And I think, you know, because they started rolling things out like the weekend before, and I did see it, but I just saw that Sean, I think today, created the video to show like how it works with the workflow, and then that redirect option. He did a kind of a run through of that. So I just saw that today.
Question. When, and now I'm looking at creating workflows. So, and I'm asking from your perspective, what you do you set up a mind map and map it all out? Because my thought process now, what I'm doing, because I'm creating a snapshot for my new vertical that I opened up. And I'm like, man, okay, I could do this, I could do that. I said, I'm all over the place. So I said, let me put a mind map from A to Z, getting a new person in, a new customer, walking them through all the different steps. And then once I have it on the mind map, and I know I'm looking over here, I got 3 screens, so I'm sorry. When I create it on the mind map, then that helps me create the workflow.
Yeah. I like to use Funnelytics. Most of the time I'm just creating simple like 3-step funnels where opt-in, you know, the whatever the gut of it is, and then a thank you page. That's most of my funnels. But if I'm planning something like even web design projects, because really websites are funnels,
Right.
and I know there are multiple steps, like, you know, they opt in here, and then we're going to do an upsell and then a downsell, and then, you know, maybe we need to release the membership area and then the thank you page for so all of those things you definitely want to think out ahead of time. Funnelytics is free. There's also, I saw an even better one, but I've never used it. The Comet Suite guys, they were using Guru, and that was really cool. Guru, I think is what it's called. Guru.
Okay.
Let me guru.com. Maybe go down a rabbit hole looking for that. But it was like Funnelytics, but it would give you like real world like examples of analytics. So let's say that if every single time someone opts in, that is the value of that to you and your funnel is like $2, right? Or $20, whatever it is. You can actually input that data in and then run the traffic. And then you can, for every step of that funnel, it's super advanced. But what that helps you do is when you're running paid ads, if you know those numbers, then you can say, okay, so if I run, you know, if we put $10,000 this month into paid ads, statistically from the data, when they opt in, by the time the campaign's over, we should make this amount of money.
Okay.
So yeah, it's very, very advanced, but Funnelytics is free, and it's you know, something.
So Funnelytics allows you to create the whole, like, okay, this process, they get the emails and this process. Okay.
I'm actually going to tell you, I did a training here on how to basically plan a web design project.
Okay.
So I did one here. So it's like, here's the landing page. And then from that landing page, you know, we need like the legal page, like the affiliate program and the affiliate legal page. And then, you know, I was just redesigning my own website. So we have like the contact us, right? And then of course, if they contact us, we want to send them, you know, an email campaign and then so on. So I literally just broke it all down like this. And that will definitely, that's really important. And really a good strategy when you are doing like the onboarding or like a web design project meeting with a business, because that serves multiple purposes. A lot of times they think, oh, I just need a website done. Okay. Or you could even say, oh, 5-page website. Okay, it's fine. But if you're trying to really upsell them on a project, you want to show them like, look, here's all the moving pieces involved in what you think is a simple project. And this is why it's going to cost you $10,000 to get this built, because we have all of these we have all these email campaigns and, you know, all these pages and the content and the images and the copywriting and all of that stuff.
All right, good. So that's what I'm going to do, because that portal business, it didn't exploded. So now I'm like, ooh, I need to put some protocols in place, because my group then grew to about 35, 40 people within the last 5 days. Well, last week. So now I'm like, okay, I'm not going to be doing, I need some automations in place. So now what I need to do is build that all out. And the video is a key part because I'm shooting my videos now. So now I could put my videos have automations to my video, which is so game changer, like a higher level.
Yeah, exactly.
But thank you for that. I could use that. I definitely needed that because this weekend is what I'm gonna gear that towards to do to get that all set up. So when Monday hit, we have a lot of nobody's because right now people are slipping between the cracks because we're that growing pain, and I don't want nobody to slip. And if I put the automations in place, nobody will slip. Everybody get the information, and I'm excited.
Yeah, and that's really important. That's really important what you said, because it's like you don't need all the automations right away. Just launch it and see how it goes. I mean, obviously prepare a little bit, but launch it and see how it goes. And then you start, you know, like you said, you start experiencing those growing pains and you're like, what are these things that I keep doing over and over and over again that I can find a way to automate? And it's not about, like, so many people have this misconception that automation replaces human reaction or like interaction. But in reality, it pre-qualifies people and it streamlines the processes so that no one falls through the cracks. Everyone has a very structured way of moving through the process. And then the things that do take actual time, whether it's your time or a VA's time, that is very, very limited, which is going to save you money.
Yes.
Yeah.
See, I got a secret weapon.
Yeah.
They didn't know. I got a secret weapon. It's called Bridget.
Oh. Well, I'm definitely glad to help. How's everyone else? Did you have any questions, any wins this week you want to share? Any troubles? I see it's right on the tip of McCall's tongue. I think McCall wants to say something.
I'm that transparent, huh? Wow. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. All right. Nice to see everybody. Yeah, just moving right along. This, you know, we're getting some work done over here, which is taking some time, but still got some things done. I just got an onboarding to add some more things which clear up a lot of these things for, you know, a lot of the automations. It's like, listen, I can either try to learn it one step at a time or I can give myself a head start. And so we went with a head start method right now. Mm-hmm. So yeah, all these pieces are coming together and it's feeling good. We made a lot of leaps and bounds this week.
Good. You know, you can definitely feel it when things are going good, but I love that you just started. It's like, you don't have to have all the answers, and it's impossible to. So you just start and then you learn as you go. I mean, and that I'm still in that same flow. It's like things happen that I've never experienced before. I don't know how to solve the problem, but I do know, reach out to your network, outsource, you know, these things that you just rely on consistently throughout business. It's all really the same. So don't be afraid of the things that you don't know.
Yeah.
I
agree.
Yeah, Terry.
I raised mine. I'm in school. Another question.
Terry.
How do you choose a virtual assistant? How do you figure that part out? I need to do that, but I'm like, I don't have a clue where to start. But I hear everybody, and then I'm like, is it expensive? Because you be thinking how much money I got to pay. A
lot of people will hire from the Philippines. There's an online website. I think it's online VA Philippines. If you search that, there is a website, and I've used it before. onlinejobs.ph.
Okay.
You can hire VAs from the Philippines, and they're because the cost of living and all of that is so low there, that you could literally hire them for like $2 an hour. how do you, and that is a good website that I know a lot of people use and have had like good experiences on, because they share their, their resume and their experience, and you can literally go through there and, find the right person and even talk to them and see,
Oh, wow.
and basically like an interview process. And then you can even post your job and what you're looking for. And then the VAs will contact you and say, hey, I'm interested in this. And then you can do, the back and forth. For me, I actually just had a friend, and she's more my assistant than my VA, but I guess it is most of the time virtual. But so it was just someone that I knew, that I can, so that was an easy thing for me. But if I had to like hire a VA and someone that I didn't know, I would go back to, yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
I had, when I did Amazon shopping and all that Amazon stuff, I had 2 VAs from the Philippines, and they were referred to me by other people that had used them, and it was hit or miss because they were both good, but one always had issues with her family. So then you have to deal with that a lot. And the other one was on it. So it was difficult sometimes with the one, but she knew what they seemed, both of them grasped what I needed, and they did it right away. And it was very inexpensive. Like Bridget saying, it was like $2. So yeah.
Yeah.
You still have that number?
And I had tools in place to, and I don't even remember the tools I use now, but I had, gosh, I don't remember. I'd have to dig it up, but tools in place that I could monitor what they were doing. So there's ways you monitor. There is a tool, but I can't remember the name. I did that a few years ago with so much information coming in my head. It's like, forget what I don't need. And that tool really, because they couldn't tell you, oh, I was working, because you could see it. The time is clocked.
I think the online jobs, that website, and I'll share it in the chat here. I think it has like a time like tracker thing. You could also use like, and I like that this website is kind of the middleman. So it handles your payments. It's kind of like Fiverr, but it's for VA specifically in the Philippines. So here, I'll share that in the chat so you can check it out. Anybody? Oh, I did want to share something with you guys as well. So Philip Williams, brother Philip, he left such a nice testimonial. I was like, wow, that's so cool. And I was thinking, testimonials, that's something that I kind of have fallen short on. Video testimonials are so great. It's great for the people leaving them, because then you're putting them on your website and you're kind of like helping them to get some notoriety. But it's also great for the business, because then you can share those, and then, it helps to build the know, like, and trust factor. So I use SendSpark instead of Loom, because I got a deal through AppSumo, like a lifetime deal. I think it was like $20 2 years ago. Now it's like $20 a month. But anyway, all that aside, what's cool about SendSpark is you can request videos. So there's like just a link that you can grab and request videos. So I had this idea that not only can you use it to request video testimonials, but also for like support requests. And so I actually put this on my bio link. So this is a new support option for you guys. If you go to bridgetbartlett.com, now you'll see that there's this button here, and it says leave a video testimonial or a message. So if you leave a testimonial, I'm going to put it on my website, but you may have like a message, like maybe something that you're stuck on, for me specifically, instead of the support team, or maybe you just have a question about something. But a lot of times, like, you need to share your screen, because maybe it's like, I'm trying to figure out why, this, whatever the issue is, right? But when you click here, it opens up in a new window, and then it goes to my SendSpark link. So it's saying, Bridget's requesting a video. So it adds the name and the email. And then when you click start recording, then it just has the video recorder, and then you can share the screen and all of that stuff. And then it will send the video to me as soon as it's submitted. So that is super cool. So definitely, if you guys are stuck and you need to contact me and you need a, maybe a video is easier, or you want to leave a testimonial, that option is now there. And of course, you all are aware of the open office hours, Monday through Thursday after the live training. You can go to bridgetbartlett.com as well and pop in there.
Oh, spin spark.
Send a spark.
Send.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Copy that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, there's lots of options like that. I think Loom even has an option if you guys are using Loom. But yeah, there's lots of different, but just as long as you can request a video, that's really the thing that you're looking for, is the ability to request. But when you can request, then that gives you that link, and then they're recording and it goes into your account and all of that.
I think Warm Welcome does something like that too. I got that on AppSumo as well.
Yeah. Yeah, video is really, really powerful. But also, like the support aspect, it's so much easier. Sometimes people are like, hey, or they message me, hey, what is that offer that you said in this video? And I'm like, I have over 700 videos. But if you can send me a video, then it's like, oh, that's easy. But then it's also easy to reply in the video as well. And it's just so much more personal. I don't always have time to do that, but sometimes if I need to explain something that it's just too much in a text, or it's too much to really try to explain, it's easier to just send a link to the video. Anybody else have any cool things, any questions or anything to discuss?
I do have a question. I just want to kind of feel this out a little bit. I know when we spoke before, one of the things you suggested was using your Facebook page, for business purposes, really. Do you get a lot of pushback from your nieces or your cousins or schoolmates? They say, I just want to find you and everything is business. Do you have a couple Facebook? How do you manage that? I don't like Facebook at all, really. But, I know I need to use it, and I'm a social person, but that's just not how I'm used to doing it. So how do you balance all of that?
First of all, I have 2 Facebook profiles. One of them I use for, and I really only have one service-based client. He's my first one. So he will forever be my client until he fires me, I guess. But when I was doing client work, I had my personal Facebook profile, and then I had an extra one that I would use to become the admin of their Facebook accounts and things like that. So I do have the backup. Plus, I've had my account deleted before, and if that's ever happened to you, you will never let that happen again. That was disastrous. So I definitely recommend a backup, but the backup is just a backup. It's not it's so much work to, especially if you don't like social media, because you have to post things on there. I mean, you have to be like a real person, say things that you think, say things that you're doing. And as far as your family, I know with my family, whether I am live in video talking to you guys or we're sitting around the kitchen table at Thanksgiving, I'm the exact same person. I'm going to talk about marketing. I'm going to talk about my business. If anybody says anything that reminds me of anything, I don't care if we're watching TV and I see a cool commercial, I'm like, that's a really great strategy. Do you know why? I'm super annoying if you're not into business or marketing. So I feel like, if that's me in person, why can't it be me on my Facebook profile? And if people don't like it, they don't have to be your friend on Facebook. Really, what's the goal here? Especially if you're not even on there without business, then what difference does it make?
Yeah, it's just they seem to find you and, can clutter up your page sometimes, and then,
Yeah,
drama.
Oh, yeah. If I had somebody in my family who said something embarrassing on my profile, I would be like, block, sister, and I'm going to tell you why. Because you can't be talking about when I was getting potty trained with you know, like this is business. But
Exactly.
everyone also know, and a lot of people will say, hey, they make a post like, hey, from this point on, I'm using my Facebook profile for business. I want to network with other business owners. And if this is something that is annoying to you, please feel free to block me, and, you know, no hard feelings. And it's fine. You could totally say that. But I'm sorry, I don't care about Facebook that much, but I use it for business. And that's what I'm going to talk about in my personal life and Facebook and whatever else.
But Bridget, when you open up a second Facebook page, I think you mentioned this before, don't you have to do something special to do that?
Oh my
Not
gosh.
just another address. Well, how do you do it? What's the secret?
So a different cell phone number, and it can't be like a Twilio number. Tried all that. The problem is you can do it with an email address, but the first thing they're going to do, if they even like, if you create the account and you post like 2 times, they're going to be like, this is a new account posting 2 times. Now you need to do like a second, you know, verification. And then now you need a cell phone. So really, I just had like, I completely got a different cell phone. And that is the cell phone of my backup account. That's really the only reason I even need the additional cell phone. That's how annoying.
You mentioned that before, and I happen to have a landline. I still have a landline just in case. I don't even use it, but I still have it. And,
Yeah,
I can use that. It doesn't have to be a cell.
Oh yeah, does it? Yeah, because it will call you with that the 4-digit code or whatever. Is that?
Yeah, it's okay, but I can connect it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, that's all you need. It's just another, and you can use your same name, but a different email, but your same name. Okay.
Yeah. And you do still run into the risk of, if they try to say that you need to send your ID and all that. That's why it's like, I play by the rules, you know, to what they are today. It may change with the wind, but I try to play by the rules. I stay, you know, even the automation tools, I try my best to like think about what is normal human behavior when I'm using them. But I really don't have any problems with that. You know, getting restricted and things like that using the tools. But I definitely keep that backup Facebook, and I really don't do anything with it. I don't really post on there. I don't try to be controversial. It's just like, it's my fly under the radar backup plan.
That's why it's better to have your own thing. That's why for me, you know, as you know, I have my own site, and I'm using a special program and all this stuff, because imagine all that stress you're under all the time worrying about if Facebook is going to close you down. So the best thing to do is to build your own, what is called right now, and is growing, it's called a hub, where everything is connected there. All your stuff is in one location. No one can close you down. You're using one domain, because then you develop domain authority. You bring all your people into your own domain. You bring them in instead of letting them go all over the place, and you control everything. That's the way it should be, because then you have the less stress, because right now, even talking about what you're talking about, Facebook and this, and you have to, it's like, God, you know, if you just post the wrong thing, they're going to shut you down. If they feel like your name, they don't like your name that day, oh no, we're going to shut you down. So it's very stressful. So it's best to start developing your own system and your own way of bringing it, like you do. Bring your people. You're using YouTube, but YouTube is stressful too, because they can do things to you too. You know?
Yeah, and even the Facebook group. It's like, I just really, every avenue of social media, first of all, I know that a lot of people will say, well, just concentrate on one. And that's very, very true, to concentrate on one, but it doesn't mean that you can't use a tool to spread that same content to all the other platforms. So like when I go live, I'm going live everywhere. If Facebook shuts me down, I still have, my goal on Facebook is not really even to send people to my group. My goal is to get their email address. The email address, that's what you own. That's the power. That's like, YouTube shuts me down, I still have all the emails. If Facebook shuts me down, I still have all the emails. So I'm still able, even if I completely have to go off of social media entirely and just do daily webinars, I still have all the emails of people who are members and who are just leads. And then I can send them that same link, just like I do with YouTube. Definitely, no matter what you're doing, do not rely on social media.
Yeah, definitely. And that's my question now. I just thought about it, is that when in building a website, because it's built, but it's still changing and I don't really like it. But I want to create a place where people want to come and have a membership area and all that eventually. So my thing is, what is the best template for a website that you want to develop out as a resource for people, as a hub, as a place where people can come and ask questions and have events, have things going on all the time, and you can change things up and people can come and learn about business and ideas. What's a good template?
I feel like Facebook, because, we have the noisy network as well. And that's really, really great for communication and things like that. But the thing is whatever you decide to build your community on, it needs to be easily accessible to people. I have found that people like the Facebook group more than they like noisy, just because they're already on Facebook. We're already working on Facebook. It's just a lot easier. So I definitely would say utilize a Facebook group. I mean, just put value in there, attract the right people into the group. Definitely utilize that resource. But it's like what the strategy that I use in my own group is, I invite them to the group and I tell them they can get free tools and training just by clicking the link. That's in my welcome post. That's in the featured post at the top. The goal is to get their email address because, one, they need all of our free training. I mean, that's how I'm going to tell them what I do and who I am and all of that. But also the free tools. So it's like, I'm showing you how to use them. You're using the free tools. And now that's my way of like building my group. But even that, I'm getting the email address. So I would say, honestly, right now, I think Facebook is the best place to have a community like that, a Facebook group. But it should always be your intention, even using that you, get the email address. And also one thing that can help you if you're worried about getting blocked is make a family member an admin of that group as well. And then as you're building that group, if you do get your account shut down, so your group is still open and you could, they can give you access when you create a new account.
I got a question on that social media post. When you bring that in, do they post all those on the schedule like you want them, all 25?
Yeah, because it's actually it's like a CSV file.
Okay.
So it's that's the format, and then when you go to upload them, then it's you choose where you want it to go. I know, super cool. HighLevel is like completely changing the market. It's like, it's insane to see it. And it's like, I saw the level up thing and I was like, oh, that's super, super cool. But it was like so many things. But when you get in there and you're like, oh my gosh, we have this now. That's the coolest thing. It's like all of these things that I'm noticing as I need them and as I use them. Like we have a cart function now. We have coupons now. There's so many things that are just super cool.
So can you add like big posts or let's say I got a system where it's bringing, I got 25 in this market. Can we upload those in there?
Yeah, just put them in a CSV file. And here's the thing. I always struggled with the CSV creating social media posts because it seemed like no matter what resource or what storage option I was using, the link would not post like I wanted it to when I would put it in the scheduler. But you can upload the images to your media gallery inside of your HighLevel account. And then you can right click those images and use that link to paste in your CSV file.
Copy that. That's a whole other business.
Yes. So all of those social media posts you guys that we have inside of our program in the module for social media templates, you could take all of those and create different CSV files for all of those different niches, and you can resell them if you want to.
So let me just get clarity here. I create a Facebook group. I tie my Facebook group to my HighLevel account and then automate the postings to that group.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, HighLevel.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and we'll be able to, not only can you just upload them with the CSV, but you'll be able to add your own to the library, and then we'll be able to give our sub accounts access to the library themselves. The same with the templates. Here's the question that I have though. I wonder, you know, as the agency owner, when you go to the templates and you go to select one, you have the option to customize. And then when you click the button to customize, it goes to the order form where you as the agency owner can hire HighLevel to customize it as your white label agency, right? So we know that. But HighLevel is going to allow us as agency owners to choose if we want to give our sub accounts access to that template library. And so I'm wondering, will there be an option for them to just order themselves through the marketplace? Or will we still need to be like middleman, or will that option be there at all? That's something that I'm
I got some homework this weekend.
Yeah, that is coming. But it's definitely, I mean, just come on, like the possibilities, and it's just crazy.
It's funny
Sorry.
you talk about them being everywhere. I'm sorry, Janelle. Just a real quick anecdote.
No, you're right.
I was trying to test a number today. A number I gave myself with the LeadConnector, and I misdialed. I hit one of the numbers twice. I call the number, and I hear this call will be recorded for quality assurance. So I thought it was mine, but it was some random HighLevel user out there, with a similar number. So yeah, we're all over the place here. So
Yeah.
good for HighLevel. I'm glad they're expanding it, and good to be part of it too. So
Yes,
Janelle, I'm sorry.
really.
You're right. No worries. Sorry, Bridget, just at the $97 level, what access do they have to social media, or does the agency have to give them access to all the templates and stuff?
I think, well, because the template is at the sub account level. So at the $97 level, you only have like your admin account, and then you have one sub account for yourself. So since it's at the sub account level, you would have to be at the $297 level for it to even be relevant.
Okay, that's what I was
because it would be like sub account 2 that would be able to log in and then see, go to the marketing tab and go to social media, and then
so at the $97 level, you don't have access to the webinar, the website templates either, unless
no,
it's given to you.
You do, but it's for your own sub account, because at the $97 level you don't have the additional sub accounts.
Yeah, no, that's okay. I'm just thinking because of the freelance thing, if they go in at the $97 level, will they still have access to all those templates?
Yeah, because at the 97 level, they have their one sub account that they run their business with, and then they have like the admin account. But so when they are inside of their sub account, they will be able to utilize those templates, the template library. But no one else should have access to that account because it's not.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Thank you.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Anybody else have anything to share? Any questions or anything? No? Okay. Well, definitely let's do the so I almost forgot. We're gonna do the wheel spinny thing. So we have Maria, McCall, Terry, Ricky, Janelle, and we have Floyd. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, so let me share my screen here. Oh, Ray. Ray, how could I have forgotten you? Okay, so we have Maria, McCall, Terry, Ricky. Okay, so hopefully everyone sees their name here. All righty, let's spin the wheel. Lots of you today. Da-da-da-da.
No, that was supposed to stop first right there before there.
Hey, no, it did everything happened the way it was supposed to. What
All
a
right, Paul.
spin.
Well, you can just use that same link there to book your other free consultation, just so you guys know. I think all of you should know by now, but every Friday, as long as you remind me, we spin the wheel for a free 30-minute consultation. So McCall is the lucky winner this week again.
Hey, I'll take it.
Congratulations.
Thank you much.
All right, guys,
You never sent me mine from last week.
Oh, yeah, I sent it to you.
You did?
Yeah, I sent it. I'll send it to you again. To your email address. Hopefully it's the right one. If you don't, Ricky, I'm going to send it to you immediately following this trading. So if you don't receive it in like an hour, then message me and I'll make sure that you get it. Cool.
Okay. Thanks.
Okay. All right, guys. Do you have anything else that you want to share? Any questions? All right, cool. Oh, yeah, right.
Just real quick, can you hear me?
Uh-huh.
Okay, I've been having terrible trouble with my microphone. Just as a quick anecdote, I have a grandson who married a Mexican national, and I think I've told you that story before. And they were stranded in Mexico because she couldn't come over without the right papers. And for 3.5 years, we've been waiting.
Oh.
So last Friday, she came over from Mexico. She lives with us now. The whole family of 8 is together in this under this one roof. And so I didn't know whether my mic would work, so I didn't chime in today at all. But it was so good to get them to come back, and I'm going to try to get them interested in building websites too, because my granddaughter-in-law is really smart as a whip, but she speaks Spanish and I only speak English, so it's really tough on me right now. The other thing is they have 2 of my great grandchildren, so I have never seen them until today, until last Friday. So it's really great to see.
Well, that's awesome.
So I've been kind of out of pocket, and I'm overwhelmed with all the great new stuff that's going on. So I'm going to have to get up to speed, because I really, really think it's a great thing.
Yeah. So a couple things. If you have a just any like earbuds, with the cord like you would use for your phone, that works really great. And yeah, just like McCall has. If you're having mic issues, I mean, most of us like those come with every cell phone, or I think since the beginning of time. But if you have that might help you, because it is kind of hard to hear. But I definitely heard all the things you're saying, which is super, super cool. And I'm really excited for you. And, the fact that she speaks Spanish, is like I was telling Maria, there's a huge, obviously there's a huge Hispanic population inside of the United States, but also just in the world, Spanish speaking people. So it would be so cool if you could create, maybe you're building websites and then have her translate to a Spanish version of that. So that could help you both kind of, one, teach her something, but at the same time, there's use and value in that. So super cool. Well, thank you so much for sharing. That's exciting.
Have a great weekend.
Bridget, you mentioned that is great, Ray. One question, because what you just said made me think about the new tools that we have. Are any of their materials in Spanish, considering they're using part of their name is a Spanish name, El Messenger, Ed Messenger. It's the male, they're using the male words, they're calling it the messenger, but a male messenger, they're saying. They're not saying the messenger or her messenger, they're calling it he, the messenger. Really, we're translated. So I'm wondering if any of those products are in Spanish, or do they have a Spanish group so I can tap into that market easily?
I'm not sure. I haven't seen anything in Spanish yet. And it could be because like the back end of CloudKey, it's like they have these like Elm tools, and then their CRM CloudKey is HighLevel. It's a white labeled HighLevel. And so it could be the reason is because HighLevel is really because we use Stripe and things like that, the biggest market for HighLevel is in the United States. So it could be that that's why they just haven't branched out to that yet. But there's definitely, if you wanted to create a group, Maria, and you wanted to start showing how to use El Messenger Pro to Spanish speaking people, you would be the only one doing that.
But it has to have, but when they go there, they have to be able to see stuff in Spanish too, you know. They could-
Create it, create a training in Spanish. Take that knowledge base that they have and just recreate all the videos in Spanish. That's like, you literally have a map of content that you could create and then do those lives or just post them in your group. And then, I mean, marketing Espanol.
Yeah. 'Cause
Totally.
it's the videos you sent me that with the chart that has those, those
Yeah,
are easy. That's easy to do. It's just that the actual content, when people want to read it, they won't be able to read it, except the transcript. If the transcript in YouTube comes up in the language, I would think.
Mhm.
I'm gonna try that and see what happens.
Yeah.
I'll do a mini one. I'll start posting more stuff in Spanish on my book, maybe in my Facebook. Maybe it'll get some people going.
Yeah, yeah, that's a good point about the tool, but really it's like in the United States, like there's a lot of, maybe English is the second language, but a lot of times they can still like understand, even if it's and I think especially when people come to the United States or they just kind of have to adapt, like Spanglish, where it's like, it kind of like me, like I know a little Spanish, but I speak English. And then, they know a lot of Spanish and speak a little bit of English, but a lot of times they can figure it out if it's really simple.
Well, I
But
came to this country. I wasn't born here. I came when I was 1, but my first language is Spanish because I grew up in the Bronx. And in the Bronx, in my neighborhood, it was all Spanish. I didn't speak English till I went to kindergarten at 5. And through a translator, my mother and father were told not to speak to me in Spanish anymore. But so that's why I speak it very well, but it's only because that was my first language, even though I was here. And I don't have a Spanish accent at all. Can't even tell.
It's a great skill to have. When I was in high school and had to choose a foreign language, that's the like, why not? It's like,
Yeah.
I feel like I mean, if you look at all of the food labels and everything, it's like English and then the Spanish version of everything. So why not know Spanish?
Yeah.
But yeah, it's very desirable. But you were a translator, you know that already.
Yes, that was fun.
All right, guys. Well, thank you
Thank you.
so much for joining me. As always, great conversation. I appreciate it. You definitely reach out to me in the open office hours next Friday for the Q&A. You can even leave me now a video message. So super exciting. Definitely let me know. Go make your vision a reality. Have an awesome weekend. Bye.